Hey guys, it's the Vixen from season 10 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Today I'm going to show you a makeup tutorial of how to do my winning look from episode 2. I'm going to take you from this to this. Alright, so I just shaved my face because I am not a bearded queen. So the first thing I'm going to do is put on a stocking cap. And I always use old pairs of stockings because that saves money and ain't nobody got time to be spending money on stocking caps every week. This stupid knot right here, I just take a bobby pin and pull it back. And then because I am a queen who whips her hair, I like to tape it down because it gives me something to pin my hair into later, which keeps my hair on in case of lip syncs. No shade. One of the worst feelings in drag, besides the other place we put duct tape, you want to make sure that your brows especially are really, really clean, because when you're gluing them down, if there's gunk or oil or anything in it, it's just gonna make it clumpy and clockable. I know a lot of queens glue their brows down and then a lot of queens shave them off. I am just, like, growing up, my grandmother had the most beautiful, thick brows. And when mine finally filled in, I was like, I look like my grandma, who I love, and so I was like, I'm never getting rid of them because it reminds me of her every day. I like to really, really mess it up at first because you want to just make sure that you got glue on both sides of every hair follicle so that when you comb it through, it is laid. The other thing I do while I'm prepping is gluing down my sideburns because you don't know what color hair you might end up wearing by the end of the night. So if you just have everything laid nice, you ain't got to worry about your black baby hairs popping out. I'm gonna put on some foundation because that's what y'all really want to see. I like to use, for foundation, a really thick paint stick. I know some people have like moved on from it, but it is the only thing that gives me the coverage I like. And I even go down a little bit to my chest. I don't always do a breast contour, but I like to at least be blank and clean. So we're gonna take that foundation and we're gonna set it with a nice warm translucent powder. And I just like to spread it and like really beat it into the sponge first so that when you pack it in, you get a nice coverage every time and beat it. I just really like to get it, hit it really hard and make sure that I'm setting that foundation to last me through the night. I'm gonna stop at my chin because I'm still gonna work on some cream on my face. So I like to go in for highlight with a white base, still a nice like pancake stick, so the coverage will be good. And I just hit all those marks that I want the light to touch and pop and blend it out. When you are blending your chin, open your jaw and go right here. Because when y'all are lip syncing and y'all ain't blended that jawline out, all of that tells your whole teeth. This is when I like to set my highlight cream with a base powder. You got a warm skin tone, your highlight needs to be warm, your base needs to be warm, your contour needs to be warm. So the next thing I like to do is blush. I start carving out my cheek blush first because I like to build on top of it. So just take the color and really just dust it across. After I put on my blush, I take my same highlight powder again and just dip the other side of my blush brush in it. And I just dust across that hard line that the blush made and start blending it out. I like a really blended cheek, but I like it really cut at the bottom. So I like to take it all the way from my sideburn and come down. Start here and just stop right about there because God has already given me the blessing of a high cheekbone, so I don't have to work too hard. I take a nice super white powder and just trace right under that line. Now the key is to draw that line from the corner of your lip to the middle of your ear. And then I take my highlight powder on the same brush and just blend it out. And that gives me a sharp line. I take that same super white powder and hit it right at the chin and at the corner of my eyes, just to add a gradient that goes literally from super white to this contour. Foundation powder, and just go over that chin one more time. Let's do some eyes. So I'm gonna take that same pancake stick and go over my brows. Do that heavy, and then I'm gonna do my forehead, a couple strips, and right on top of those sideburns, I'm gonna pat it and spread it around. Take my highlight stick and do a little in the middle. And I also like to do right up in here to give me a nice base for whatever powder I put there later. And then just take that and blend it out, this whole little section, so you have some brightness coming at you real high def. Now, first place you want to hit that powder is right on your brow. Put translucent powder on your face before you start on your eyes, so that all that excess dust does not ruin your mug. So I'm gonna do a light brown brow. So I start from the base of my brow and take it up. And I'll just go from the bottom of my real brow and pull it on up. Pick up that black eyeshadow and don't put it down. My wingtip, my crease, my underliner, everything at the same time. Why put it down if you know you're gonna need it later? Carve out where that wingtip is gonna be on both sides. Carve out where that crease is gonna be. And I'll go on my tongue again. I cover my whole lid. No matter what color I put on the lid I create, go on under. Now I do a really thick bottom liner because I just cannot get into bottom lashes. Yes, and now you can already see what your face is starting to look like. If you put on your black eyeshadow first, and then you put color on over it, it just makes the color look like it's fading into a gradient. Watch. As it starts to lay on the black, it just fades real nice. First, I go back to my good old super white. Just use it to carve out and kind of perfect those lines I started for the brow. Sometimes I draw them too thick and super white saves me and gives me exactly what I was going for. And I'm like, yeah, I meant to do that. My favorite part of drag, everybody's favorite part of drag, love it so much it sent me home, glitter. Hologram gold glitter, the white lash glue that they suggest you use. And I like to line my lid with it. Pat, pat, pat. Oh, so beautiful. Yes. There's a woman. Now this is my secret weapon, and if you tell anybody, I'll kill you. Gold glitter shimmer liner. It's like hot sauce. I put it on everything. I like to get right in this corner and just load up. And because it's so pigmented, it literally carves out over the black that I already put there. And my signature thing to do is to use it for my brows. I like to line, yep, right over the top like that. I love doing these stripes because it's just like wild. And sometimes I do them really meticulous, but I felt like for a flame look, it should just burst. This is one of my very, very favorite types of shimmer. Very dollar store. I'm just feeling that way. So I'm gonna just go in there. Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and dust away this neutral set powder. And you know what? I got a little bit of that gold liner on my bottom lashes. So let's just run with it. We just invented a new routine right here. Yes! She's a drag queen, she's a parade float. Let's put a nose on, what do you think? A little dab of my white cream and define that bridge. And then I take that same fine shimmer powder and just dab over it. So I just like to take a little warm powder and circle it out. You want to make some weight on it. And so if we got this ball on our nose and we want it to look like it's upturned and lifted, it's got to have a shadow underneath. Contour your forehead. It will save you every time. Way at the back of my tape, with just a little bit of black. And I just come around. I have a dark brown specifically just for my forehead. And I blend that. Your face is a picture, and it must be framed. Base powder I use for my foundation. And blend. My beauty mark is a small dot right in the place where I spent all that time blending, followed by a big dot. Why? I don't know. Lashes are essential. The black girl glue that you're not supposed to use, I do not suggest it. I just take the back of any makeup brush, dip it in, and go right along the edge. And I pray for the God. And you press, and you pray. At some point, you just have to go, that'll do. I can live with it. Let's put a lip on. My drag mother calls this a sunset lip. I stole it from her years ago. I don't care if she bitches about it now. I'm gonna use this yellow cream that I got all junky to start the base of this lip. Work it in there. Take this deep dark red that is also covered in glitter and go on the edge of that. Looks black, but it's a deep dark purple. So that looks crazy, right? Wait for it. Now we got some dimension. I'm gonna go back in with the red and punch it up. Get a little more red. Do a little more yellow. Second verse, same as the first. All right, let's get pretty. And this is my finished look. This is the look that won episode 2 of season 10, and this is the hair that I would have worn with it if Monique had not tricked me into wearing that hair that she borrowed from Eureka, starting all that drama, but I still look sickening and I still would have won. Thank you for watching this makeup tutorial. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at the Vixen Bitch.
Hey squirrel friend, when one video ends, just open up another one. It's called binge viewing. Go ahead, I support you.